I've been quiet about this, but I'm probably not. It's probably not good that I've been quiet about it. This is a segment of the show I like to call I Told You So. So, do you guys remember when the stock market dove down and I told you that it would come back? And it was dropping, and everybody's, don't cash out your 401k. You remember me being on the air. Some of you have been listening for years. And the market's dropping. It's dropping from 14,000. It goes all the way down to 6,400 or whatever it went down to in March of that year. At the bottom, the world's coming to an end. And I keep telling you, you remember me using the line, you don't get hurt on a roller coaster if you don't jump off. That, you know, when you're investing in your 401k, you don't cash out your 401k. 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 And then the market came from 6,000. Now it's at 18,000. And so the money that you would have cashed out at the bottom is now worth 3 times as much. If you had 100,000 at the bottom, you've got 300,000, and that's if you put nothing more in it. Now that's an I told you so. But there's a better one. There's a better one. During that same period of time, people are screaming at me. I'm getting entire blogs and YouTube goobers and all these people posting, Dave Ramsey's an idiot. Do not listen to Dave Ramsey. He knows nothing about what he's talking about because he's telling you to not invest in gold. You've heard me say on this show over and over and over, don't put money in gold. Gold sucks as an investment. It's a horrible rate of return over its historical track record. And as soon as the economy begins to heal just a little bit, gold prices will dive. I've said it over and over and over and over on this show. And you conspiracy theory people with water bottles and generators in your basement and all that crap are screaming at me because I don't know what I'm doing and I don't know anything about the world is actually coming to an end and you don't know anything. By the way, gold is down 40% since August of 2011. It peaks out right up around $2,000 an ounce. You know what it's selling for today? Just over $1,000 an ounce. So you gold bugs, you put $100,000 in that, you know what it's worth? 50. This is a segment of the show I like to call I Told You So. I told you not to put money in gold. But Dave, you don't understand. It's a hedge against inflation. Where's your hedge? Is that how you hedge against inflation? Lose half your freaking money? You're a genius. So I got to get this out of my system every so often because I get we can bail my hate mail here, and half of it is from freaks that are buying gold, that are going crazy on day, they were, flying saucers brought them here. You wouldn't believe the crap that comes in the mail. Zulu, the god of whatever, told them to buy it. I mean, it's just like the Mayans, the craziest of the crazy is out there. And man, it's bizarre. So, and there are some people that were fairly semi-intelligent that think that the world's coming to an end, and they've just figured it all out, which means they're intelligent, but they're not wise. And so they went and bought gold. Because, Dave, when the economy, what are we going to do when the economy crashes? The gold standard, we're off the gold standard now. We're on that fiat money. Don't buy gold. Don't buy gold. Don't buy silver. Don't buy lead. Don't buy precious metals. Don't buy diamonds as an investment. Don't buy precious metals, commodities as an investment, period. Gems. Don't do it. Now, if you're a diamond broker, you can make money doing diamonds, okay? I get that. But playing around with commodities and thinking you're going to call yourself an investor because you read some stupid butt book by some sideways character who's predicting the end of the world, you're going to lose your tail end, and now you have. And let me tell you the difference in this. And well, the stock market went down, Dave, but it came back. Why can't gold come back? It's not going to come back. It was artificially high, and it was based on one thing, fear. And when the only way your rate of return on an investment comes is based on emotion, then it's never going to be a stable investment. When you invest in mutual funds, it's not based on emotion. It's based on the rate of return, the actual dollars created by the companies that the stocks are owned by the mutual fund company. It's like when you're buying a piece of real estate, as an investment, you can look at the piece of real estate and it creates a rent roll. The rent roll creates an NOI, a net operating income on that piece of real estate, and you can capitalize that NOI and give the piece of real estate a value based on the income it is generating. Gold does not generate an income. The only reason gold goes up is when people are afraid, and gold goes down when they're not as afraid. Guess what? They're not as afraid right now. It dropped in half, basically. So I've been telling you over and over and over and over and over and over and over. For what, Blake? My God, Blake's sitting in there today because James Child's out on vacation. It's been a decade we've been doing this. I've been doing the show 25 years, but for a decade we've been hearing from these gold bugs and putting up with their crap and their hate mail and their Twitter nonsense. Blocked, you know, and have to block them off of Facebook because they get on there screwing up our Facebook page where we're trying to help people because they're freaking nuts. And now it's in half. So this is a segment of the show I like to call I Told You So. Shut up. There you go. All right. I had to get that out of my system. I just looked up and saw an article come across as I was on the break, and it got me started because I hadn't noticed that gold had tanked as far as I had predicted it would tank. Now, I didn't know when it was going to tank. I just know the basic philosophies of investing and what creates investment rates of return, and gold doesn't fit that model. It's the same reason you don't buy an Apple Watch, okay? It's going to be worthless in a few years. Would you buy a $10,000 Apple Watch, and what do you do when they come out with the new one? I know that they're not, but they have the gold version or whatever, that's $10,000. I saw it the other day. Somebody was showing me the website. You buy a $10,000 piece of technology, bling technology, you might as well just throw the stinking thing out the window because you know they're going to come out with version whatever next week. They do that all the time. So you're going to buy the Apple Watch, buy the cheap one because they're going to come out with version whatever. Apparently the cheap one's pretty cool, though. So, but buy the cheap one because it's a throwaway, baby, just like your cell phone is. So think, people. Think. And if you think, it'll lead you to where you have money. It's just the strangest thing because very few people do it, this thing called thinking.